Hi everyone, my name is Joy. Welcome back to my channel. And thank you for making this your safe space. In today's video, we are going to be doing my March reading wrap up as well as my April TBR. I finally did it, you guys. I finally have a TBR jar. She is stunning. She has some pretty flowers in like white, blue, and pink, and she is just stunning and I love her. In addition, as you can see, we have the handy dandy TBR cart, and we have it organized by genres, or at least I tried to. So you're gonna see a lot of my romances at the top and then all of my other genres at the bottom. Really excited to incorporate these things into my booktube channel. So if you guys love this stuff, let me know in the comments, give me a thumbs up, and stick around. I will have chapters for each section, so if you want to skip around, you're more than welcome to do so. First, let's start off with my March reading wrap up. I'd say March was a very successful reading month. I was able to read 5 books. All of those books were 3 stars and above. To start off the month, I read Do Not Disturb by Frida McFadden. We are essentially following our main character I'm talking in TikTok. In the book, we are following our main character who murders her husband. And so as a result, she is now on the run, but she is on the run in the midst of a blizzard. To not be stranded on the road, she decides to stop and hunker down at a janky hotel. There's just a lot of creepy vibes going on. It's very ominous and the people are weird, and it was really interesting. It kept me on my toes. I was thoroughly entertained, and Frida did get me with a twist this time. This book was really solid. I really enjoyed it. There were some characters who were a little bit annoying, but other than that, I did thoroughly enjoy it. It was a 3.75 for me. The next book that I read was Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. This book follows our main character Tova, who recently lost her husband. So to occupy her time, she volunteers at her local aquarium. And while she is working, she has befriended an octopus named Marcellus. And the funny part about this book is that Marcellus can actually talk. It's so fun to get Marcellus's perspective on how we as humans interact and the things that we do and the things that we say. In this book, you're also getting different perspectives. However, everyone is connected in some way, shape, or form. And it was just so beautiful. I thought that the author did a great job tackling grief and loneliness and loss. I still think about this book to this day. 5 stars. All right, you guys, I finally did it. I finally bit the bullet. I read Verity by Colleen Hoover. Now, I know what you guys are gonna say. I, however, thoroughly enjoyed this book. So entertaining and so unhinged. We are following our main character, Lowen, who is a struggling writer, and she stumbles upon an opportunity to ghostwrite for Verity Crawford, who is a famous thriller author. However, she is at Verity's home and she uncovers some things very, very insane. I just could not stop reading this book. I could not put it down. The things that were going on in this book had me absolutely mortified. And in the end, I really was sitting there like,
what did I just read?
Like, how can someone come up with this? For those of you asking, I am team manuscript 100%. Promise Me Sunshine by Cara Bastone. This book came out in early March, and you guys, this book, I loved it. We are following our main character who is struggling with grief, and she takes on a nannying job for a little girl, and the little girl that she is babysitting, her uncle has gone through some of the same things. So he approaches her and he tells her, hey, you know, I've been there. I know what you're going through. Let me help you get through this. And this is a romance that is a slow burn. And this book really was handled with so much care. Grief was very well done. It was not rushed at all with the romance. And I just thought that Cara Bastone did a really great job. And I loved it. It was 5 stars. The last book that I read in the month of March was The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I did post my reading vlog for this book, so you guys get to get into my spoilery thoughts. The sobbing that went on while I was reading this book. Our two main characters, Vienne and Isabel, they are sisters in the midst of World War II. It is a story of resilience, survival, motherhood, and sisterhood. I just thought that this book was so well done, and I just thought that Kristen Hanna did such a great job with this. I do want to warn you guys to please check your trigger warnings before you dive into it, because there are some things that happen in this book that are really difficult to read about. I love this book. I love Kristen Hanna and her historical fictions. I have said it once, I'll say it again. I loved The Great Alone, but I will be honest, I think I love The Nightingale a little bit more. Before we jump into the prompts, I do want to talk about the new releases coming out in April that I want to read. And starting off with my most anticipated release of the year, Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. This book comes out next Tuesday, so by the time this video goes up, it will already have come out, and hopefully I will have it in my hands by then. We are following our main character, Samantha, and she has a one-night stand with a vet named Xavier. It's just, I hear so many good things from the early reviews, and I'm just so excited. Abby Jimenez is one of my absolute favorite authors of all time. I will read anything that she writes, and I am itching to get this book in my hands. I cannot wait. The next book that we have is Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. This one comes out on April 22nd. I am getting Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and beach read vibes. We are following two rival writers who are competing to write the life story of a heiress. It's gonna be chef's kiss. And last but certainly not least, you guys know I love me a good cowboy romance, and that is because of Miss Lila Sage and the Rebel Blue Ranch series. The final book, oh my God, the final book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series, Wild and Wrangled, comes out on April 15th, and this is a second chance romance with Cam and Dusty. I am so excited about this book. Lost and Lassoed ended on such a cliffhanger. I have to know what happens, and I cannot wait. I loved this series. I love this town. I love these characters, and I am going to be sobbing when I finish this book because I'm just going to miss these characters so much. However, Queen Lila Sage announced that the first book in her new series is coming out fairly soon, so I am really excited. All right, you guys, I made the shot a little bit wider so that way we can get a full glimpse of the TBR cart. I think for this month we are going to pick 3 prompts. Okay, I guess the one that fell is the one that is speaking to us. Longest book. Based off what I have on my TBR shelf, I can tell you for a fact that I already know which book we will be picking, and that is Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I feel like I am one of the last few people on earth that has read this book. I am so excited for Shannon and Johnny's love story. We will be adding this to the TBR for April. The first book on my KU library. Let's get my handy dandy Kindle. We're gonna cut her on. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited about this one. The first book on my KU library is American Housewife by Anita Abriel. This book, based off of the description, is about a TV star from the 1950s. We are following our main character, Maggie, who gets a big break by having a baking show on air, kind of giving lessons in chemistry. She had a cooking show where she was teaching housewives how to cook, and this is essentially kind of the same vibe as that. I have one more prompt. Okay, let's see what this one is. A book by your favorite author. perfect. I know which one I'm gonna pick. I'm so excited. The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. If you don't know who Sarah Adams is, she is the same author as the When in Rome series. This is the companion novel to the cheat sheet. So we essentially have two exes who have to work together, and then I believe there is a fake marriage situation going on in this book. Let's go over the April TBR. American Housewife by Anita Abriel, The Rule Book by Sarah Adams, Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. If you want me to do a reading vlog for Binding 13, please let me know in the comments. I will be more than happy to do one. All right, you guys, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I post reading vlogs, book recommendations, TBRs, and monthly wrap-ups here on BookTube every single Tuesday. I am so excited for the month of April. If you got to this point in the video, comment the flower emoji. Again, thank you so much for spending time with me, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.